The Sunday night Oceania Transnation Esports F1 League. We're here at the Yas Marina circuit for the finale, and I'm here with Mr. Jojo. How are you tonight, mate?
I'm good, thank you. A bit tired because you woke me up, but
hey,
apart from
don't
that,
you be like that. Oh.
apart from that, I'm good.
Alright, so you guys will probably be wondering, why does it say P in the top left instead of Q? Well, tonight the drivers have decided that this week that they would have liked. Oh, this Brett has a massive moment going into the hotel section. Well, the drivers have decided that they'd like to do a reverse grid finale based on the current championship standings, which will I guess it'll spice the grid up because of the fact that the championship's not decided yet, so our two championship rivals will be starting at the back, and it'll only be described as absolutely chaotic, if I do say so myself. What about you, Joe? What do you think will happen? How do you think tonight will go?
I think whoever wins this race will be the person who's, I think, survived to survive the laps. I think, as in the first two laps, I would say, because you're gonna have people outbraking other people into turn one, and then also onto the two long straights as well. So yeah, it could get nasty. It could get very interesting. It could get Brett his he always says is his last opportunity to get a win. So
Yeah.
And you might get another different winner, rather having Harry and Jack winning the race. So yeah, it could be quite interesting, but it could also interfere with the championship fight as well. So I think it's risky, but it could, yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess it'll just depend on on who can keep their nose the cleanest. And speaking of the championship, the current state of play is that Harry has to win to even remotely give himself a chance of winning, and Jack has to finish, I believe it's 8th. I believe it's 8th or lower, and Harry wins to win the championship. As the last few drivers are just going through their final preparations for the race. It is daytime at the moment, but the race will be under the lights, as in real life. The way that this game works is that if you do a practice session in an online lobby, it bases the weather off what practice 3 is like in real life. So, as Mason's at a moment and binned it. Murray's finished. We're just waiting, it looks like, for the racing point to come through, and he's had to swerve to avoid Mason, who was parked on the apex going through the hotel section. And
just go across the lane, please.
What?
As in, I'd rather let him go across the line and go through the pit. That's fine.
Well, you want to quickly talk through the championship standings real quick, just while we wait for these guys to finish up.
Yeah. Oh, couldn't get them out. So let's see. So you have So you need Harry. Harry needs to win and also get 8th. You also got a battle with Amiro and Hamish. And Amiro has to win that, and I think also Hamish, to keep his P3, would have to finish. I think it's 8th or 7th. And then you got so you got Hamish with 124 points, Amira with 104, Brett with 79, Aaron with 61, Mason with 51, Raj with 50, Steve with 38, Zach with 33, March with 22, Jordan with 13, Nick with 11, Braden with 10, Stuart with 7, Jake with 4, Josh with 2, Mike with 0, and Fabio with 0, and Matthew with 0 as well. So the 2 Williams on the front row, and then you have...
I think we've only got 16 tonight, so it's not a complete full grid. So but that is basically your reverse grid order. You got Jack at the back, Harry next to him, and then just go so on and so forth, as you can see on our left side of screen. Interesting to see what strategy people have gone for. Basically everyone's decided to start on the softs, apart from Brett and Jack. So already the championship contenders have decided to split the strategies.
Because you can do a 2-stop around here. I know that has worked, but I think the strategy is a 1-stop, isn't it?
Yeah, no, the strategy is a 1-stop from softs to mediums, or medium softs, but you've got to be really, really gentle on those soft compound tires, as they can, the carcass temps can get quite bad around here, especially through the first section. You got turns 2 and 3, then you got basically the entire last sector where you're just leaning on the tires the entire way through.
Do you think they should up the deg on the tyres, so you can get potentially a 2-stop around circuits that do have high degradation?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it'd completely spice the racing up, but obviously real life teams won't want that, because the way that
in real life you would do a 2-stop, wouldn't you?
Well, no, but it depends though. The teams would probably try and force a 1-stop as much as possible, because the way that the way that F1 cars are designed at the moment is that the front 3 teams just bolt away, get a pit stops lead to the midfield, and then just slot back into gaps so that they don't get held up by any cars around them. So it'll be interesting to see how that. Yeah, I know there was talk of them changing the rigs or changing the tyres for 2020. Jordan's already left the session, so that's already a problem that's gonna cause up. Of course, we'll just try and get a decent camera view. Wait for the lights to come on before that happens. There we go. Yep. We've been up to the 5 red lights. 5 lights out, and away we go for the finale of the Transnation Esports Sunday night tier. And it looks like the Alfa Romeo's got a really good start into turn 1. We'll just have a look at the back, see how our contenders are going. Jack's already got ahead of Harry. So already Jack's not off to a good start, as Labyrinth's already had a moment. And the top 3 in the championship going 3 wide and through turn 1, 2 and 3, as Harry trying to go around the outside of Aaron. Brett up the inside, and it looks like there might have been a touch there between one of the Red Bulls and one of the Renaults. I think, well, the only Red Bull in the field is Hamish. Looks like there might be a bit of wing damage for Harry. I mean, not for Harry, for Hamish, I apologise. Oh, Aaron trying to sneak up the inside of... Sludge to go around the outside of Jordan. Oh, that's right, Jordan's car is disconnected, so these guys are going to try and get around him ASAP. And look at this. Brett's trying to fight with the AI, and then Harry's going to sneak up the inside. This is going to get chaotic. 4 wide into 2. What's happening there? The AI is just turning across Harry. Brett's had to cut the chicane. No, I'm surprised he hasn't had to get that position. But yellow flag, sector 3. Oh, it's a mirror. Wait! Jack and Amir have come together. What's happened here? The championship leaders round. Don't think he's got wing damage, but... Oh, no. This is exactly the thing that some drivers were worried about. Yeah, but now Harry up to 8th. He has to win this race to stand a chance of winning this championship. Mish is in for damage. Looks like Jack's carrying on, so Jack's all good. Jack's okay for now. He doesn't have any damage. Oh, Harry's round! Harry's round! What's it? Oh, Harry! And what looked as a perfect opportunity for Harry has now turned into a nightmare. Oof. And he's gone from basically having the perfect opportunity to try and win this championship to now being stuck at the back of the field now with overheated soft tyres and wing damage. And now look at this 3 wide between the Mercedes, the Renault and the McLaren. Jordan's, I don't know if that's Jordan's AI. I think that might be Jordan's. But look at this battle pack here. 5 cars fighting for P4. And Brett's...
Oh my.
Brett's right on the back of this pack now. He just needs to take it slow. He doesn't need to rush anything, as he already makes 1 move. Can he... Smart man. Yes, he's had to get his position back. I thought he'd have to. It did look like he cut that chicane to try and gain, and will try and make a move. Well, at this stage, the championship is basically decided. Jack will win. But it looks like Brad's gonna... Is he letting Brett go? No, he's not. He's just going really slow. Brett going up the inside again, and he cuts the corner again. It looks like he has got past it.
I think Jordan should just leave the session, retire his car.
Is it still disconnected, or?
Yeah, he just left.
Okay.
And Harry's in the pits.
And Harry's in the pit lane now, so he's...
Bit interesting if Harry was trying to do a move on... I think it was Brett in front of him.
No, I don't think. No, I don't. No, he wasn't. I think he's just done it on his own. I think he just took too much inside curb and just the car just dropped it on. And he's gone to the hard, so he's gonna. Looks like he'll be hoping for a late safety car. But at this stage, you still have Matt Cass leading this race from Azatak, then Obese Lowlifes in P3, Primetime Raz P4, Racing Point in 5th. Slardus in P6 will be making a move now.
All this is just going to help Matt get away from the pack, and he's already built a 3-second lead.
Yeah. Jordan's now been able to get back in. Hopefully it's for good this time. But Brett really needs to take advantage of this with his championship. Well, I wouldn't say championship roles. I'd just say guys that he races against weekly, as he gets a 3-second time penalty there. the guys that he's racing weekly are at basically stuck at the back of the field with damage and nowhere near looking being close to battling at the front. He'll really want to try and pounce on this opportunity, as he has been saying most of this week that he really wants to win tonight, and that this race would be the best opportunity for him to try and grab a race win.
I think. I think the problem that Brett has is on the medium tyre, and all the drives in front are on the softer tyre and have.
Oh, it's a send from Brett. That was very late on the brakes there. He can't get around the outside.
Oh no, this could end.
Oh, this could end. Is he going to go for it again? Oh, he's tried it again, but he's just allowing. There's the two Renaults now going at it for P10 11. But yeah, Brett, he just needs to be patient with his overtakes. He can't try and force anything, especially being on the alternate strategy. He just needs to look after his tyres, not push as much, and just try and allow himself to just settle into a rhythm. Yeah, because obviously being on the alternate strategy, he's going a lot longer than these guys, and he'll be on the fresher tyres come the end of the races. The racing point's round. He's round, he's hit the fence, he's got a bit of... Oh, yeah, he has backed off to let. There's Harry now down in P15. And Merrill's now up to P8.
If I was Brett, I wouldn't be forcing it. I think at the moment he's going to get wing damage if he forces it.
Exactly, yeah. And the last thing he wants now would be to have wing damage on the alternate strategy, battling guys that he he doesn't really need to fight. But look at this now, Mason's right on the back of Brett already, so that just shows how much these guys have been slowing up. As Slatus and Azatec now going side by side through 8 and 9, and always, I think, Brett was just really slow out of that chicane. It looks like, wait, has Mason got, I was going to say, has Mason got a DRS problem? Mason now going to try and sneak up the inside. No, he doesn't. He thinks about it smartly. Backs out of it, and Azatec now gets a 3 second for corner cutting. Brett needs to really get past. Oh, and has Brett been turned, or has he just done that on his own?
From my thing, it looks like
and Azatec's gone really deep, and now giving that.
And then Mason, I think, just didn't have nowhere to go.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, we'll we'll just have to have a look at the as Mason's now pitting. Yeah, so it looks at Mason has got wing damage, so there was definitely contact there, but whether. I doubt. No, there's no way that would have been intentional by him. He was just caught out, really unlucky there. So Brett's now, and they haven't changed his wing. Oh no, they have. It's just not showing the animation for changing his wing. Okay, that was quite weird. Jack now up to P7. So after his lap 1 incident, he's recovered to P11, and again, look at this, the two McLarens.
Oh, Jack's gone.
Oh, what's happened there? Wait, what's happened to Jack?
Did he get? I think he got spun round by somebody.
He's got damage as well, so yeah. No, Jack's got damage, front right end plate. What's happened there? I didn't quite see what happened. As Brett now battling with Hamish. Mason now in P13. Harry into P14. So.
Oh, the other Ferrari's gone.
Oh, Primetime Raz has had a moment, is he? But yeah, look, Mac has, despite all of this, he's still out front lead. He hasn't been able to score a point in any of the 11 rounds that we've raced so far this season. I apologise if it says round 12 on the stream, but yeah, I would have written it up thinking it was like the Thursday night league, that it's round 12, not round 11. But yeah, we're just coming up to a quarter of this race complete as Mac, as the race leader, now gets his second time penalty of the race, I believe. But look at this now, Jordan starting to really battle with Aaron and Jack, as it looks like Brad's gone round. Yeah, Brad's had a moment through turn 2 and 3, so that's really unfortunate for him. He was sitting P9, P10 before that.
If I was Harry, I would probably go on the mediums, just so you can have the extra pace and then maybe do a 2-stop.
Jack's trying to go up the inside and he's, don't know whether he's nudged Jordan wide, but he's been able to sneak past Aaron, but he should get past Jordan now around the outside with DRS. Yeah, he does. He makes the move. So Jordan's not giving it up just yet. Maybe he is. The way is Aaron's got wing damage now. No, Aaron's got wing damage now too. So I don't know what's happened there. Oh, what's happened there? The leader's in the fence. Be careful through here, guys. I think I know what he's done. Yeah, so we got a safety car. Yeah, the leader's in the fence. Slardis has come in.
This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt Zach a lot.
Oh, Jack's out! Jordan, Jack are out!
Wait, what?
What in good gracious has happened here?
Harry knows what. Oh, please.
So, in all of this, is Harry is coming in. Mason stayed out. Brett stayed out. Brett's going to have to make another stop. But in all of this, now Harry will be up to... Oh, and they've onto a set of me. Well, I don't think those mediums are going to the end.
So what's the championship looking like now?
Well, the only way that Harry can win this championship is if he wins. So he needs to get to the front of this field. We'll just jump on YouTube and have a look at the comments real quick. Can someone take Harry? So that's obviously a Jack fan wanting Jack to win, and now that he's out, we'll definitely have to have a look at the get some footage for that, because that was not sure whether Jordan has
The only thing I can think of is Jordan AI car, or his AI car just smashed into it and then causing Jack not to be able to see the
race leaders now in. Oh, Slardis has gone onto another set of softs.
And so is Zach. Can he get out in front?
He'll get out in front, just as Jack now left the session, so he doesn't want to sit around and basically be in Nicky Lauda's situation in 76 and just wait for the results to come in. But now basically everyone's on the same track. Everyone's got to stop again. So it's going to be who can keep their nose clean the most, and who can
what lap What lap would you say, if you're doing a one stop, would you have to pit at?
Well, I mean, everyone that's on the softs will probably go another 8 laps, so they'll probably pit lap 15, lap 16, go to the mediums to the end. Harry might make it to the end. I'm just trying to, yeah, but it'll be touch and go for Harry. Harry just needs to keep his nose clean. He can't afford any mess ups. Brett's not going to the end. Brett will have to stop again. Basically, everyone in this field has to stop again. Mish could go to the end. Aaron could go to the end. Hamish could. Well, Mish and Hamish are the same bloody person. Mish could go to the end. Aaron could go to the end. Harry could go to the end. But they're the only 3 I see being able to go to the end at this moment of time. Everyone else will have to stop again.
Well, their tyres will be absolutely...
their tyres will be absolutely shot. So these guys on the 2-stop will be a
lot faster.
A lot faster, yeah, come into the race. But it'll just be whether what the gap is or if there's any more safety cars. Safety car's not in this lap, so we will have another lap under caution.
I do think it was a risk from Brett not going into the pits.
Yes, but maybe Brett, because Brett started on those tyres, didn't he? Yeah, he did. So Brett's... Yeah, so if anything, Brett staying out has kind of helped Mello because all the guys around him, he's actually racing them now. So...
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, because the people on softs will obviously have to...
Stop again.
Pit the mediums, and then the other... Okay. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think I don't know about the American series, but I think this tier. Oceania Sunday night, and then you also got tier 1 of the nationals, and you also got tier 4 of the nationals as well. Is there any other?
I think Oceania Thursday's still up for grabs between Joshua and Andrew.
Okay.
F2 Nationals is still up for grabs too. That's 15 points between myself and Andrew. And then yeah, as Joe mentioned, we have our Tier 1 National Series next Sunday morning. 21 points separates the top 3, but 4 points between defending F1 champion Bailey Ford and Andrew Lee, who's on a 2-race win streak at the moment, going into Abu Dhabi next week. It's going to be a great week as we farewell F1 2019 and prepare ourselves for F1 2020. As we'll just wait for the safety car to enter the pit lane. OB Slow Lives will get us back underway here at Abu Dhabi. Green flag and we're back racing.
That's a pretty decent start from...
Josh has just sent a text telling me not to forget about him. Joshy. I try my best not to.
You could have a scenario where...
Oh, Brett, what's happened there? Brett's had a moment. Brett trying to go for a move on, I think it was Attack, and he's just had a moment and he's been put into a half spin. Harry now up to P10. Harry needs to get through all these guys. He's got 6 seconds to gain. Harry will be one to watch for the rest of this race.
Prime time. Osman.
Oh, Merrill now up to P3, so Merrill's had a really good restart too. Slatus in P2, obviously Zach's still leading. Mason in P6, Mission, Brett going side by side. Hamish now up the inside of Aaron, he makes the move and it looks like his teammates backed out too, so Harry now up to P8 in this race. He's making moves now, young Harold. But it's not, at this stage, it's not going to be enough. Looks like Brett might be struggling with some overheating. He's getting really slidey on these old mediums. He's got another penalty, so I don't think he's feeling at one with the car. He's seems very slidish, very oversteery, and he's really starting to hold up Hamish and Harry now. Obviously, Harry's Mish is still within a fight for P3 in the championship with a Merrill. And if a Merrill wins this race and Hamish's finishes 8th or lower, and Harry's gone up the inside. I think that's wing damage for Harry. He's dropped it in the neutral. Oh, that was pretty
no wing damage.
No wing damage. He'll be counting his lucky stars on that, to be fair, because that was a very, very risky move, especially this early on into the race. Harry's defending from Aaron.
Yeah, Harry needs to get past
Mission
Brett, because Brett is holding them up a bit.
He's doing more than holding them up. He is backing them up like no tomorrow. Yeah, but you can't forget out the guys that are at the front at the moment. You got Slatus, Jack, and Merrill, who are all doing exceptionally well at the front. They've just been able to get through the traffic and keep their nose clean. Mason in P5. Obviously, Brett's still holding up this train for P6. Gap now 9 seconds between Harry and the race leader.
Oh, Brett's gone.
Oh, Brett's had a moment. He's going to try and go hold Hamish around the outside. He's pushing him a bit wide. Brett's not having any of it. These two aren't going to have DRS. Harry's going to have DRS on them both. Oh, and Harry's going to go down the middle, and Brett's been squeezed. Oh, that was... What would... A virtual safety car. Looks like Harry
It looked like when Harry just went down the middle, but wasn't giving any...
He wasn't giving any... Both Mish and Brett moved over on him. I'm not... I don't... Well, again, we'll have to leave that for the stewards. I'm not a huge fan of wanting to talk about that. Mish has just got a 3-second penalty for... Aaron's got a drive through for speeding under virtual.
Has Harry got any damage from that?
I don't think he does. Again, he'll be quite lucky if he does. No, he doesn't. So he can get a move on now and some clean. He's got 8 seconds to the race lead. So this he could really he could still do this. He could still turn this all around and change the narrative of the season.
Yeah, my initial view on it is that it looked like just he went for there was a gap. He put his gap in there, and then the two cars just squeezed him. And
then Brett's just been sent flying off.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for Brett because of it. Yeah, as we were saying earlier, that he was really looking forward to try and fighting for the win tonight, but with that crash, that puts him out of the race and his season to an end, so he can go to bed, drink a bit of alcohol, and have a laugh about it.
Yeah, maybe F2 will be his luck.
Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, so Jordan's just sent a message saying that Jack did hit the Williams in the middle of the track, so maybe just a little bit unaware that ghosting was off and he's parked in the middle of the circuit, but he'll just be hoping that it doesn't cost him a championship. Harry now got the gap down to 6.8 seconds, so he's starting to reel this front group in. I reckon we could see Harry going to the end.
Yeah, is he going conservative mode? I don't know if
As attack with another time penalty, so it looks like he's starting to struggle with the track warnings.
It looks like Harry's just, I think, attacking, going for it. I think he has to get past Mason and Prime Time. We've
got a virtual safety car. What's happened? Oh, so, the racing points out. P11. He's dropped it through where Harry dropped it in qualifying, on the exit of turn 3. So he's now out of this race.
Let's quickly.
We back racing yet? No, we're not. We're still not racing yet. All I can say is if Harry is able to pull off this miracle, this will go to one, we won't hear the end of it. 2, if he was old enough, I know he'd probably have a few beers to celebrate. And 3, well, I don't know. You tell me.
Wait, what we're talking about?
Just saying that I'm just saying about if Harry is able to pull off this miracle and pull back this race. It looks like Aaron's come back in. That's right. He got a drive through for speeding. I think there's a glitch. I think there's a glitch with the game that, like, if you're hosting and there's a virtual safety car, everyone else can speed off under the virtual safety car, restart, and put their like their delta in the red, whereas the the host can't. And while that was happening, it looks like Zach's had a moment. Slardis is now leading. Merrill's got to defend from Prime Time down into turn 11, 12 and 13. Merrill's trying to stay around the outside. And all while this is happening, Harry is making more and more gains. Can you just check the race strategies from everyone in the top 6, just to, so I know,
so it's P1, it's soft, then it's, so Slava's got
Slardis has to stop again.
Then it's a Miro soft.
And speaking at Slardis is now in.
Soft medium. Zach is in 4th is soft. Okay, now it's just whereas Mason's soft mediums, Harry's soft hards mediums.
Yeah, so
Hamish's soft mediums. As attack is soft. Brad is soft mediums, and then Lava's is soft. So most of the field have to pair again.
Yeah, but but look at this gap now. 3.3 seconds separating the top 5. Prime time now going for a move on a Merle up the inside into turn 8. Can he get the switch back? He might be able to get it. Has he got the traction down? Looks like he has. He'll have DRS. And Merle's going to cover. No, he actually doesn't. He's left in the inside. So Primetime Raz will take the lead of this race down into turn 3. Look at this 3 wide.
Oh,
behind him, Harry around the outside. Oh, Harry, come on.
Yeah.
You don't need to be doing this now. Come on, Harry, play smart.
Need to give me that back.
Yeah. Oh,
Harry,
what's happened? Yeah, that was.
Probably needed to give that back.
Yeah, but I mean, like the fact that for sure, I can see what you mean.
Because Mason went deep and then
forced Zach wide, and then obviously because Harry's on the outside, he had nowhere to go but to cut the chicane. And Harry and Merle's now in, so Primetime will take the lead of this race. Mason now P2, Harry P3, and
the definition of giving that back is to have the whole car behind,
in front, not
half of it.
Not just a position swap and then just put the floor on the foot on the gas and let him go again.
So yeah, there might be some investigation there.
We'll have to wait and see, but
but
now that the gap is 3.1 from Primetime to Harry, and Harry should get this move done on Mason pretty soon. He just needs to be smart about it. He doesn't need to force any. Well, at this stage, he doesn't need to force anything. If this was like 2 laps to go and this was a championship deciding move, then I'd say force it. But around there, he's actually going around there. He's trying to go around the outside. He just needs to be smart about it. He just needs to minimize his his warnings.
Two penalties, or a penalty.
I don't think he's got a penalty. I think he might have 2 warnings. Just double check that. Will you, champ?
Yeah. Harry. Only has 1 warning. I swear.
Was that last lap? The leader's in. Race leader's in. So
no, he's got 2 warnings.
All right. Yeah. So now
Mason's got 3.
Mason's got 3. Oh, all right. Yeah. So there must have been a collision maybe somewhere. Mish now. If I was Mish, or no, I say like if you were Mish, what would you do in his position? Because I assume Mason's gonna have to stop again.
If Mason and Harry go into the end, I would.
What would you do in Hamish's position if Mason pits, knowing that Harry is in a position that he needs to win the championship? Would you contest him?
Well, yes, yeah. I've said this on F4, as in if you're not my teammate, I'm racing you either way. And it has to be clear. As look, you can see Mason and Harry having a go.
And Harry's made the move. He's got it. He's around the outside.
But Amiral is catching this group quite quickly. So if I was Hamish, I would pit for softs.
What's the gap now?
10 seconds. I would pit for softs because you'll be able to make that time.
But Harry can't afford to pit now. If Harry pits now, then it's his race over. Both these guys are in. So these guys have realised that maybe they're not going to get to the end. I wonder what Harry. We need to keep an eye on the time. Amiral comes around the last corner to do a 30, and he does the fastest lap of the race. So he is absolutely on fire at the moment. But the thing is, he's got 9 laps to go, and he's got to make 10 seconds. He's got to make over a second a lap, and then still, and then he's got to get past them as well. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, Harry has to win this race to win the championship. With Jack out of this race, it's win or bust for Harry. He can't. Second place won't do it for him today.
Oh, Mace went on mediums again.
Maybe he assumed that that like with the softs overheating, maybe he wouldn't get them to the end and still have decent pace. Labyrinth now gets a 3-second time penalty for warnings. Mason hasn't got DRS yet. Gap's now 8.7 between the leaders, so he's gained a second and a half this lap. But it's...
Yeah, it's...
8.2, yes, so that's just over 2 seconds this lap. So 1:41.5 from Harry to Emerald's. Let's see what he does. 38.7. So he's flying. He's gonna catch him. But if Harry pits now, he'll come out behind Mason, and so he'll fall down to P7. And speaking of Mish,
I think Harry has to stay out.
Harry can't afford to pit now. If he pits now, it's game over for him. So he's just gonna have to do everything he can to defend from. Hold on, I'm just gonna have a look at penalties. Murrell's on 2 warnings, and Harry's on 2 warnings too. So. Yeah, if Emerald gets that 3 second, then all Harry would need to do is stay within 3 seconds of Emerald if he doesn't get anything himself. Go to this battle for P6. And Mason's made it comfortably, but he's lost a lot of time to Mish now. Obviously, those softs will be working a lot better now than they were at the start of the race with the lighter fuel. And
So now it's now 6 seconds.
Yeah, 5.8. Yeah. So well, and do remember as well, Emerald running assist and on pad to Harry's running no assist on wheel will be quite a big factor as well.
Yeah, but we know for the fact that wheel users are able to take their tyres a lot longer than pad.
Not every time. It's not a guaranteed situation to be able to be tyre masters on a wheel. There are pad users that are really good on their tyres.
It's just now under 5 seconds. So at the moment, Harry's going, and he's in a position to win this championship. But the thing is, what is soft, what is mediums give up on him before the checker flag is like getting a puncher. Because he'll be doing 18 laps on those sets of tyres. And then we've got Prime Time in a decent position of 3rd. The gap's now just now 3 seconds.
Yeah, he is coming quickly.
I think Harry has to be. If Emerald gets another warning,
that no.
I would say there's a high possibility that Harry might stay in that range of 3 seconds.
Just because of the DRS.
Yeah, but he's got a risk that if he gets another warning, I think
it'll be game over. Yeah. Harry, at this stage, Harry's done everything he can to try and win this championship. It's basically out of his hands at the moment. Well, I mean, it's not out of his hands at the moment, but you know what I mean. Like it's like a Merrill being on a better tyre is out of his control. He just needs to do what he just needs to remit, like he just needs to be able to focus on the things that he can control and look after himself and not worry about the people around him. Although the gap's now down to 1.1 seconds and Emerald should have DRS on this next back straight. Harry needs to try and start saving some ERS because Emerald's here. It's a 1:39.5. I'll just double check the lap times, last lap times. 41.8 to a 39.5 last lap. So Merrill's starting to lose. The Merrill's starting to slow down, but obviously Harry's will be starting to slow down a little bit too. He just needs to try and save some ERS because he needs ERS to fight with. Obviously, with 2020, this whole ERS management thing will be out the window, and to a lot of drivers' sake, it'll be one of the best things. As a Merrill will go for a move to take the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Jack probably won't be watching this at the moment, but he will be ecstatic that knowing that Emerald is now leading this race, and Mason now makes a move up to P5, passing his teammate. Harry just needs to save. And if you do remember as well, these two butted heads and butted egos at Singapore with Harry making a bit of an error in how close he was to a Merrill and hitting him into the fence, which took him out of his home Grand Prix. But look at this though, Merrill's already got a second on Harry in half a lap.
Yeah, it's
39.8 to a 41.6, so he's still got 1.8 seconds of pace on him, and Primetime Raz is starting to catch up to him as well, so
the thing is that Harry can't get another warning.
Yeah, and well, I mean, neither can a Merrill, but at this stage, Harry will lose out on the championship by 2 points. How heartbreaking is that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was going to be a bit of a stretch for him to win the championship anyways, coming into Abu Dhabi, knowing the whole reverse grid. But yeah,
I think he could be happy with himself. I think pushing Jack all the way to the end. I think it looked like that Jack was going to run away with it. I think around Russia or in Singapore where the incident with the mirror on Harry happened. But yeah, I think Harry can just hoping he can take all this speed into the next game.
Yeah, the only thing Harry will be hoping now is that Merrill starts getting time penalties. And Primetime Raz behind him just got a 3 seconds, so that'll help Harry out with the fact that he doesn't have to worry about him. But at this stage, Merrill's done very well with his battery conservation this race. He's basically got half. Well, he's got half his battery Or is Harry still on 13%? He just hasn't been able to save it all. Just Primetime Ray is now closing up to the back of the Alfa Romeo. And
I haven't seen Mason get a penalty.
Yeah,
this race. He might be on for a podium.
Yeah, I think Mason might be on. Yeah, you're right. He's done quite well as well because he's basically been able to latch onto the back of the Red Bull on fresh softs and just pull himself closer to this fight for P2, which could now turn into a 4-car scrap as Harry's tyres will start to slowly fall away. And Emerald now has 6 seconds, so Super Nash now gets another penalty. Yeah, no, but look at this train.
Mason just needs to stay. Just be as patient as possible.
I know Mish has got a 3 second and Primetime's got a 3 second. So at this stage, Harry will get P3.
Mason's got 3 seconds and Primetime and Mish has got 6 seconds. So
okay, so Harry can. Well, I wouldn't say afford to let these guys go, but he doesn't need to fight them as much. Obviously, he won't know about Mish and Mason having penalties. As Primetime trying to go at the ins. I thought he was going to try and go for a move there. But
if I was Mason, I would just let this battle stay behind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you don't want to fight this.
But it doesn't look like he's doing that.
As Primetime now will make a move for P2. As Harry's championship just slips away more and more. Mish has had to cover from Mason. And Harry now. Yeah, Harry's really starting to struggle now with those tyres. He just needs to stay within 6 seconds of these guys, 3 seconds of Mason, and he'll. Is Mason going to go for a move? He is too. He's going to almost pull it up. Harry's had to cut the corner again, and he's just got 3 seconds, so I don't think Mason will be too happy about that. But then again, it wasn't nice of. It was Mason now going up the inside again.
This is not going to help him. To stay in the 3 second window of.
Yeah, no, you can see Harry's front left. His front left is absolutely shot, and Mason is just itching to get past. Yeah, but now Harry needs to stay within 2 seconds, or he needs to stay within 3 seconds of these guys in second and third. And at this stage, Harry's not even going to get a podium here. Mason's just snuck through. Harry. Oh. Mason could still get P2 here. He just needs to hope that Primetime and Mish both have. Well, the gap's here. The gap's 3.1 from Primetime to Mason. So Mason really needs to push this last lap to try and get something out of this. But Harry will be really I reckon he'll be disappointed with the way that the race has ended. He was looking very strong in the middle of the race, but these guys around him on fresher tyres have just been able to pull out all the cards to bring this one home. As the mirror will come under the hotel section for the final time. The fireworks start to go off as we will close this season of Transnation Esports Sunday Oceania. Emerald Azraf will come round the final corner to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Primetime Raz, will he come home P2? We'll just have to wait and see when Mason crosses the line. Mason's lost it. Mason will come home for P3. And Harry will come home P6. So Jack Zeno is now our Transnation Esports Sunday League Oceania champion. Congratulations to him. And and very, very sad circumstances for Harry. He'll be absolutely kicking himself about that.
And as I think he's going to get his first points.
Just depends on how many penalties he had.
Oh yeah, because
as Attack will come around the last corner and see his teammate in the fence. Aaron will come home P8. Nash will come home P9 and Labyrinth will come home P11. And once the podium celebrations play out, we will get our top 3 in here and our champion. Hopefully Jack's still on. I don't know whether he's... So on screen are your provisional results, and we will
hopefully get our
we'll
3.
Yeah, we'll just grab our top 3. I don't think I'm friends with Primetime, so I'm not too sure whether we will get him. Jack.
Please say.
Alright, so we'll just wait for our top 3 to join. Alright, well I guess while we wait for these guys to join, Joe, you can have a chat with our champion, Jack Zeno, who's just joined the party. Obviously, like to say yeah, congratulations on the race, but I don't want to say congratulations on the race because it probably wasn't. You're probably sitting there just chewing at your fingernails the whole race, while Harry was lead. I'm not too sure whether you were watching the race.
Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you would have seen everything that went on. But yeah, congratulations again on the championship. Just tell us about what happened with the incident with the Williams.
So, because on the lap before, Aaron ran into the back of me and he broke my front wing. So when the safety car came out, I was just looking at my MFD, trying to change the tyres and change the strategy, and too busy looking at my MFD, and the Williams just was there. I wasn't paying attention, and that put me into the fence, which broke the front wing, and Jordan had nowhere to go and went straight into me, and that broke the suspension for both of us.
Sorry, I'm feeding my face. I'm hungry.
Yeah, cunt.
Mason, don't even start. Obviously we didn't have any qualifying and you were starting at the back. What were your thoughts going into the race? Were you just hoping to finish?
Yeah, pretty much just try and get in the top 10. That was the goal. It wasn't really necessarily to win the race, just finished 8th, I think it was. So
Yeah.
yeah, was pretty chilled about it actually. Just took it as it was, and yeah.
What happened with at the halfway through the first lap, you were facing the wrong way at the back of the field. What happened with that?
So there was, I don't know, it was like 3 cars wide going into that chicane, and then on the left-hander, I had a look up the inside, and Aaron didn't leave me any space, and I just spun off his car. Probably my fault more than his fault though.
Alright, well, congratulations on the championship win, and we'll be looking forward to seeing this all kick off again in about, I think it's about 2 months' time. Early August when we start back up racing again. So enjoy the break.
Yeah. And
we'll see you again, definitely in the not too distant future.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Alright, well, Joe, you can do the rest there, mate. I'm hungry.
Mason, talk us through your race there, because you pitted. You started on, I think, the softs, and then the safety car came in, and then you went on to the medium tyre, and then did you have a feeling you couldn't go to the end on those sets of mediums? And why did you not? Why did you also not pit for the softs when you did? When you pitted?
I never even thought that the mediums would have a chance at lasting to the end. And then also I didn't think the softs would last to the end, and that last stint. So I thought I'd go mediums, and it was a somewhat safe thing. And we ended up catching the people in front, which made it interesting for those last few laps. So I don't know if strategy played a massive part in it. We all would have ended up in that group, I feel.
Okay. Mackenzie, do you have anything? Or are you still stuffing your face with food?
I'm still stuffing my face with food and drink, mate. I'm good.
Can I have some?
Well, I mean, you might deserve something after that win, mate. Wait, did we get prime time in here? I don't even think we did. That's a bit awkward on my end.
Because we came second tied.
How does that make any sense?
He had 6 seconds of penalties, I had 3, and we both came exactly to the .000 at the same time.
I have to go back and look at the results, because from what because it said you finished like 1.8 seconds behind him.
No, I came exactly 3 seconds behind him on track. Here he is, prime time race.
Joe, all you, mate. More food to eat.
Oh my god.
Mackenzie, really? Who's next? Oh god. Wait, I'll just quickly. Prime time, I think you came third. Just talk us through your race.
How do I put this? I guess it was a great start for me at first few laps, and then I made contact with who was it? It was one of the cars. Then that spun me out, and then that cost me a few positions. Then it got done way better if I did spun out there, but after that, yeah, I think it was a great race. It was really fun. And I came in second, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he got second.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well done on Mason and prime time on
Thank
the P2 and P3, and we go to Miral. Well, that was an exciting race to watch. Yeah, just talk us through your race, and also when did you kind of knew you were going to catch Harry at the end of the race there?
Lap 1 was a good start. I was going very safely to turn 1, but the guys behind me just sent it in. I was last. Then a few laps later, I think Jack spun. I tried to avoid. The other Haas hit me from the back. I spin. Lost a lot of time there. Just from there, just catch up, go on my strategy.
How did you knew you were gonna catch Harry the amount of speed?
Yeah. Because the mediums like won't last for that long.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, well done on your P1. Mackenzie, do you have anything else to add?
Nah, not really. It's been a good mini season just to try and start back up the Oceania regionals here at the Transnation Esports, and just like to thank everyone for participating and giving us some very exciting racing these last few races, and throughout the second half of the national season. Congratulations to the top 3. Again, congratulations to Jack. What?
Come on, Matt, get it right.
I'll get there eventually.
Tends to happen with the J and the Z of my last name, though. So.
Yeah.
Won't
Zach
be the last
Gino.
one.
Zach Gino. No, mate, that's your new name now. Zach Gino.
Oh god.
That's sticky, mate. You ain't getting rid of that one. But yeah, no. Congratulations to Jack on winning the championship. Unfortunate how his race ended, but I guess we'll just we'll end it there. We'll stay tuned again throughout the rest of the week as we conclude season 5 here at the Transnation Esports. Season 1, well, actually, if you think about it, it's more like season 2 for the regionals, because we did something.
Not 3.
Meryl, shut up.
I just realised I didn't even say that I got wing damage during that race.
Mason, I don't remember
No,
asking.
Mason.
But yeah, no, we'll end that there. Yeah, congratulations to everyone. Stay tuned throughout the rest of the week as we conclude season 5 of the Transnation Esports here, and we farewell F1 2019, which will be thank God that's over and done with. Alright, yeah, stay tuned, and yeah, take care everyone.